Yeah, I don't know what possessed me at the end of the last video there. I'm now reminding myself of a Dave Chappelle routine from kind of before he got really famous. When he was on Dr. Katz, and I love Dr. Katz, professional therapist. Just stand-up comics doing bits of their set, animated with squiggle vision, and them kind of pretending that it was, actually a therapy session. But he's talking to Dr. Katz, his therapist, about Wonder Woman. So, as you would, of course. And let's talk about, she's got a golden lasso that makes you tell the truth. He does a whole routine about the invisible jet, too, I think. But he's talking about the golden lasso that makes you tell the truth. And she captures a criminal, and it's like he's compelled to tell the truth. So she gets tied up in the golden lasso and looks at Wonder Woman and says, "Damn, you got big titties. I wasn't going to say anything. I know it's disrespectful, but this golden lasso has just compelled me to say it." Anyway, that's me doing an impression of Dave Chappelle. I don't know if I ever need to do that again. Anyway, let's move on with the Let's Play. I don't need a guardian. Get the fuck away from me. I hate you. I hate you. I hate all humans. All humans should be destroyed. Did you hear, Yukimura? More brigands have... what, really? Fucking really? More brigands have appeared in Yamazaki. Oh my god. Yeah, sure, great. I see, then I had better go. You appear not to have your companions today. Do you intend to go all alone? It really doesn't matter, Chacha. Besides, we've actually gone out and defeated brigands several times together since that last one that actually counted in the story. They have other duties to attend to. I will escort you to the castle, Lady Chacha, then go by myself. Yeah, you're going to be doing a lot of things by yourself. You don't start treating with me with more respect. I suppose your nature wouldn't just let you take care of it another day. Very well, I will accompany you. I should be of some assistance at least. Lady Chacha, it's far too dangerous. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. No. I'm terribly sorry, my lady. Give me just a little more time. Come, Yukimura. Well, I didn't mean to, but the new sea covers. Chacha will accompany you. You and I should be easily enough... Wow, I thought I misread that, but no, that's what it says. You and I should be easily enough to deal with a few measly brigands. Lady Chacha. Don't get killed by brigands. Yeah, sure. Thanks for telling me that. I really needed you to point that out. I wish I could have gone to Kyushu. Hey, I see you're taking Hideyoshi's adopted daughter outside of the city against the will of the ruler. I'm gonna sit here talking about Kyushu. But well, I better push the button before Dr. Forster. I don't even know why I'm. This is the thing. I was yawning, so now I'm drinking coffee. Now I'm all keyed up. Yamazaki. Okay, it's for some reason I blanked on... Why did I choose Yamazaki? Oh, yeah, because it's highlighted with a big old thing. So I guess I could have talked to her. We really should have just talked... Well, you know what? No, I think they're pre-programmed. The treasure bearer we needed to do the other quest probably would not have appeared if we were doing this quest right now, which has its own set of enemies that are probably programmed to appear. Turn on after being so thoroughly defeated, I can only assume they must have some plan up their sleeve. Let's proceed with caution. They have not the intellect for any plan of consequence. Common filth and scum. Because she's basically Genji here. I am sure we will be able to handle it. Filthy peasants. I honestly thought, for a brief second before I let the game explain itself, when he said to come back so quickly after being thoroughly defeated, I thought he was going to say something about their desperation and how bad things are. Like they must really be in dire straits. Let's talk Romeo. If they're already coming back here, and maybe even say something about how. Yeah, I know it's an awful lot to think in a very short time. I got a big brain. No, but yeah, he was saying they've come back so quickly after being so thoroughly trounced. I thought maybe we were going in the direction of things are really bad in the country right now. It's a shame, but no, it's just like. They probably have a plan, you know, to ambush us with 10,000 generics that will make no difference whatsoever. And the thing about picking up all these little blue things is that I'm still, whatever it is that I actually need the next time I level up, I'm not going to have enough. And I'll have way more than I ever need of something I couldn't possibly care about. Hey, it's the same guy from before. This time we're going to make him pay for what they did. Oh, I guess not.
You'll pay the ultimate price, which is murdering me. Yeah, what was I thinking, boss? I need your help.
They would seem they have yet to learn their lesson this time. We must pound at home after them.
You're gonna give them a good pounding, eh? Stop myself before I start saying stuff that's gonna sound weird. Look at a little APA always pounding ass t-shirt on Chacha.
Oh, there you are. I wasn't about to forget what happened last time. Prepare to die. Yeah, sure.
Actually, honestly, the fastest way to kill these guys would just be to build up a Muso meter, because we've got the thing where if you have a full Muso meter, your elemental effects are applied to regular weapon strike, and then you're going around just slamming the X button, hitting people like those high-speed strikes, and every single one of them is setting them on fire and also dealing lightning damage, and it's, yeah. Once you got a full Muso meter, you're fucking ridiculous. Maybe not every single one, because you saw his weapon glowing green for a second. That meant it was doing wind damage. Then we saw the little flame thing. Maybe having multiple elements is bad, because it's meaning... I mean, I really wouldn't know. But it could be that it can only do one elemental damage type at a time, and it's just by having all different element types, I'm really just mixing it up and making it use different ones. I mean, in Samurai Warriors 2, it was pretty straightforward. Like, you could only have... Like, if you tried to apply one elemental type on one that already has an element, then the new one takes over and the old one goes away. In this game, it lets you put different elements. I don't actually know if it's really... they're cumulative now, or if it just alternates, which would actually be kind of terrible, and you'd need to not want to do that. Anyway, I can't beat these guys, but that ends now. I will be begging for mercy. When I thought it said she's through with you, like as soon as I clicked, and I was like, wait, what?
It appears they have a few more men than before. Of course, they are fools, so they think it will actually help them.
Perhaps, but there's something strange about these brigands. Why are they so confident?
Whatever the case, there is no way we are losing to these guys. We will make sure they never threaten another person again.
You've got a bloodlust, Chacha. I like it. I approve. Chacha's like,
No more fucking around. Death to the enemy.
oh, there you are. You're about to find out things have taken a turn for the worse. Yeah, for you. Oh, wait, never mind. Ooh, hey, they actually got guys.
I'm not here to help this filthy rabble. I merely wish to test my skills in battle against those who are worthy.
What does it matter, Musashi? Once we cut them down, you and I can settle things between us. So in typical non-plot Samurai Warriors fashion, like they would do this all, like the Samurai Warriors 2 100-level tower would do stuff like this. They'll just throw in two characters. There'll be this really cursory dialogue to explain why they're fighting you, which makes no sense. But at the end, it's just like, we just want two really badass enemies to be attacking you.
Who are these guys? They actually have names.
Lady Chacha, be careful. These two are not your average brigands. Well, that's true. And if they're all glowing red, which I believe they were, they actually would, in theory, be dangerous, except that I'm already over the normal level cap here, so... You have no chance of winning. He's already all halfway defeated, so... Yeah, Musashi's a fucking badass if you actually play as him. But there's no particular reason that you would play as him in the story events of this game. But he was the character that actually... This is before I was Let's Playing. I beat the 100-level castle mode of Samurai Warriors 2, and I was using Musashi. He's a beast. Meanwhile, Chacha's over here fucking up Kojiro without any need for my help. Don't worry, I will slice you up nicely. He's of course part of Team Demon Clown Ninja, which, as the entire world knows, was one of the two officers who started with Sakon Shima, a.k.a. Elvis, and his conquest of Japan, back in Samurai Warriors 2 Empires.
I feel as if I'd almost found the answers I was looking for.
It was fun facing you in battle. Next time we meet, I will be sure to cut you down. Can I get on my horse?
Is this all I'm capable of without Yukimura? I hate to think what may have happened.
You actually defeated one of the two, arguably the two most famous Japanese swordsmen of all time. And he never even managed to knock you off your horse. So you actually did fine, Chacha. You completed the task, report your success. And can I? No, I cannot. I can be one with my horse. I can have parts of my body. I can stab my horse straight through with a spear, but I can't get on it. Yeah, it always just shows the experience meter as though it were full. So on some, this is what drives me a little nuts. On some screens, that experience bar will go from left to right as you work your way towards the next level. But on this screen, it always seems to show just a full blue line. I don't understand it. No, never mind. Apparently that's fucking wrong. I don't know. Don't bother to explain how it works. It really doesn't matter at all. I'm just going off on weird tangents and being wrong about everything as usual. And we got Belfast. We got a bunch of experience, so that's probably why Yukimura looks like he almost leveled up. Because I doubt we got a whole lot of experience from the handful of guys I defeated in that mission. ...
I cannot believe I am so weak. Classic fantasy, historical, epic, cliche girl who wishes she was born a boy so she could go out and fight, even though I have been fighting and just beat the shit out of one of the most famous swordsmen ever. What actually happened doesn't matter. This is what the story narrative is supposed to be talking about right now.
Maybe that's not what it's about. Thank you for filling up just enough of the frame that we can still see her chest heaving there, Yukimura. That takes care of that. Are you alright, Lady Chacha? Lady Chacha, are you injured? You know I'm not good at being able to spot that, and you need to tell me when it happens. This is something we recently established.
I admit it. You are strong, Yukimura. Very strong.
Yeah, well, you know, there's a lot of other things about me that I could show you. Sorry. I'm being a dirty old man today. Thank you, my lady, but you flatter me. I still have much to learn. Nah, that's kind of like... Well, there's Tadakatsu, there's Musashi. I mean, Yukimura is inarguably one of the most powerful people, like strongest guys to play as in the game. In this game, everybody can defeat like regular soldiers by the thousands easily, and even generic officers. Well, even generic officers pose no threat to pretty much every character in this game. One thing I liked about like back in the days of Dynasty Warriors 5 is some of the characters really were who weren't supposed to be like, you know, Zhang Fei and Guan Yu are obviously supposed to be power badasses. Liu Bei, on the other hand, not going to be able to dominate the way they are. He shouldn't be able to. It wouldn't make sense. This game, everybody's kind of like ludicrously powerful, but Yukimura does stand out. He can kill guys real fast.
Train me. I want to be a spearman, even though I fight with a...
She fights with a comb and weird area of effect magic attacks, but she wants Yukimura to train her. I'm sorry, what did you say, my lady?
I want to learn a second language or something. I don't know. I feel like I should develop more skills. I would like you to train me in the martial arts. I do not want to be a burden on the battlefield.
Okay. If we accept that her mother used to go out and fight in a adorable pink dress using battle hoops, which makes no sense but is part of the Samurai Warriors world, then it would maybe make sense that she doesn't want to be a burden on the battlefield either. Because, you know, she's obviously going to be out there fighting in lots of battles. Wait, Lady Chacha, it's just not appropriate.
We begin tomorrow. I will see you then, Yukimura.
One thing I like about her is that she clearly understands that she is of a higher samurai caste than Yukimura, and she seems to like him well enough, but she, without being in his face about it, she knows that she's entitled to order him around. I kind of like that. Lady Chacha,
I wish to become strong. No, I must be strong. I need the strength to destroy all humans.
She's gotten slightly less robotic as the story's continued, but I'm actually probably my favorite part of this whole LP. The first chunk of the LP, when I didn't really know anything about the details of Yamazaki Sanada's career, was fun because I kind of didn't know specifically where things would go, and like I liked that chunk of game where we were working for Shingen, who didn't have a close personal relationship with Yamazaki because he probably wouldn't. Since that part of the game has ended, my favorite has been just Chacha. I'm starting to really love Chacha, but it's entirely from making her talk like Vicky from Small Wonder perspective. Vicky the Small Wonder. I mean, Lady Chacha. God, I don't think I've watched many of them through all the way, but now I'm like, I need to go back and find whichever of Bobo's various Aerobiz playthroughs featured Vicky the Small Wonder as one of the people giving you advice and telling you what's happening in your company. I mean,
Chacha said that. Lady Chacha? I guess I don't call her Lady Chacha. That makes sense that I wouldn't.
Where's your focus pulled to in this shot, folks? It is no laughing matter. What if she were to be hurt? I would never be able to tell she was hurt. I have no ability to recognize injury in others.
You worry too much, Yukimura. It'll be fine. Let me speak to the fact that women can just go on the battlefield and kill billions of people just as well as men can, with no train.
Well, Nene appears to be... Nene would have to be trained because she's a ninja. She actually uses Ninpo. Although I think it's been implied at a few points that she's a self-trained ninja, which seems really strange. Lady Nene, not you too.
The Chacha's a smart girl. I'm sure she knows what she's doing. I say we let her do what she wants.
Yeah, great parenting skills there, Hideyoshi. I suppose you could argue it is good parenting skills. He's supporting her in what she wants to do. But the idea of she wants to become a martial artist and... Yeah, what the hell? Maybe I'm not being open-minded enough about this. Maybe it's appropriate. She's trying to learn martial arts from Yukimura. Now, Yukimura specifically uses spear arts, which Lady Chacha is not going to be using, but whatever. But my lord...
My lord...
But my lord, I'm here to help her play for free online, not this!
This is the first time Chacha has ever expressed a desire to do something without prompting.
Usually I have to, basically treat her as a puppet.
No, she actually wants...
yeah, he's right. I mean, if she's been as fucking, completely, distant from other people and never wanted to do anything but sit alone in her room and hate the world, and now she wants to do something, we probably should be encouraging this. She's right. And by we, I mean you and me, gentle viewer. Like, all of us together, collectively, should be helping to encourage Chacha, the fictionalized representation of a long-dead Japanese woman. Hideyoshi-sama.
It's settled then. It may be difficult for you, Yukimura, but whatever. Please do as she wishes.
I do appreciate the fact, although Chacha has mentioned very briefly in Samurai Warriors 2, in this kind of goofy scene, where Nene is rushing to the battlefield because basically she cheats on her constantly. Her story mode actually plays that up, but it does it in a comic relief. Like, it's so funny that this woman loves her husband and he's completely unfaithful. But anyway, It's kind of ironic because, yeah, Chacha is mentioned in passing in that game because Hideyoshi wants to, I was about to drop the F word. Yeah, Hideyoshi wants to have sex with her. I will take this where they're both, actually... Because Hideyoshi had a huge thing for her late mom. So I don't know in the real world. There was a woman in the real world who was the niece of Nobunaga that ended up being, a protected noble lady in Hideyoshi's house. And I don't know in the real world what their personal relationship was like, but I will take... He has a soft spot for her, and he wants her to be happy over... Which is this game's version. and that he and his wife both think of her as a daughter. I'll take that over the Samurai Warriors 2 version. She's not a major character, but to the extent that she's mentioned, it's because Hideyoshi's a dirty old man, and he wants to bone the daughter of the dead woman that he never got to bone. Very well. Again, the tiny bit of Japanese I know, it just drives me nuts. They're never actually faithfully translating anything in this game. Soji Tashimasa, which I probably pronounced wrong, isn't that just like... actually, never mind. Now I'm blanking on what that actually means. I don't think it means very... Well, Japanese as a language is very different from English. The same phrase can be translated different ways in different contexts. I'm sure that goes vice versa. I'm sure a Japanese person trying to learn English would be really confused as to how to use certain English phrases. But Joey Tashimasta, I thought was like, you're very welcome. Isn't it arigato gozaimasu is like, thank you very much, and Doi Tashimasta is you are very welcome? That's what I don't know. What the fuck am I talking about? Who cares? Lady Chacha did say that she wanted me to train her in the military arts. Now I'm going to start talking like Zell. It seems she may have been serious. She's standing right behind me, isn't she? Oh my god. Oh, never mind. No, she's not. Never mind. She teleported away. Perhaps in anger that I'm expressing my inner thoughts out loud, and they are critical of her.
Lord Yukimura, I'm going to pull focus here. Where were you? I lost track of you for a nanosecond. I freaked the fuck out.
You promised you wouldn't just run off on your own. What is with you and wanting to do everything by yourself? Fuck you, man. I'm going to stop working for you now. I'm not really sure why I started working for you in the first place, actually. I'm sorry. Something just came up, and I had to deal with it. I should have at least left you a message. Did you check your texts, Kunoichi?
Hit me up. DM me. Please do so next time, or better yet, call us. We'll shake off whatever duty we have to help you.
Yeah, they're okay. Now they really are talking like they have cell phones. What the fuck? Hold on, you can't just do that. Defeat brigands of Yamazaki. Okay, I'm glad we popped into the entrance point of this town for that little scene, and then immediately have to reload. That was critical. We couldn't have done that as a separate cinematic. What the fuck were we... Whatever. Oh man, I'm blanking on the name of the city from Sonic 06. Otherwise, I would have dropped that reference. Oh, that would have been hilarious. The city that is kind of the central hub of the game that gets reloaded 1 billion times, and they always load the entire thing. I completely forgot to read that text. If anybody feels like it, you can drop a comment, with time stamped with what that text was. It's entirely up to you. Don't feel like you need to do that, because I'm sure he's just saying, like, I better go find Chacha for the next bit of plot. It must be pretty boring having to look after that young lady, but I guess if you do a good job, it'll raise the estimation of the Sanada among the Toyotomi. Yes, and yes. I suppose so. I hadn't really thought about it. You don't really think about anything. Nah, actually, I was trying to be hilarious, but that is exactly what the dialogue was driving at there. I await your instructions. Well, get bent. How's that for an instruction?
Let me know when you're going anywhere.
Okay, I know that the game is lying to me now about you having new dialogue. Well, I mean, there's a little flashing icon. I know where I need to go to advance the story now. That's not an issue. We've done every task except for the carp one. Which was... See, this is what's driving me nuts. This was issued at Ueda Castle, so it feels like we should have been able to do it by now. But every once in a while, they'll throw in a task that... way earlier in the game than you can do it. Like, I feel like one of the ones with that new the new shop had opened up, Needy Woman. Yeah, I feel like Needy Woman or Needy Woman's Smile, Needy Woman's Test, it's like a multi-part quest. I feel like one of those, they gave you the quest way before you could acquire one of the items you needed to complete it. I sound angry about that. It's whatever, it's not that big a deal. But maybe this is one of those. I don't know. But it's like, it's the rare exception. Like every other quest, they give it to you and you can pretty much go do it if you want to as soon as it becomes available. I have no idea how we're meant to get a Komoro carp. we've come across a fishing area in one of those free roam places. So it's possible that there's a free roam place we haven't come across yet where this is the reward. Or there's a free roam place that we have come across and I didn't notice that there's a fishing spot. Or that there's just a specific type of bait which we've acquired at this point, but I don't know that that bait will give you this carp. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, well there's like a very low chance it'll make a difference, but I do feel like we could whip past the plot characters like Toshi Ie, the two guys who hate Mitsunari, Mitsunari himself, like, just see if... I wish I could have gone to Kyushu. Yeah, whatever. Why does it keep acting like he has something new to say, but Mitsunari it doesn't? Because he'll say the same thing, yeah. Once the Datir is subdued. Okay, that's fine. I get that. He doesn't have new dialogue. Okay, fine. I don't live from minute to minute desperately wishing for more Mitsunari dialogue, but at least the game is... That's consistent with how I thought the dialogue thing worked. Like, okay, no point talking to him. He has nothing new. Lady Chacha... Yeah! They don't have anything new. But it acts like they do. Alright, well, we'll check in with these two. They might have something new to say, actually. I wonder how Cha-Cha's doing. You know, that's really all I think about. Okay, so she's got the same packed lunch dialogue as before.
Tell me, how is Chacha?
She's as well as ever.
Oh, that bad, huh?
Whoop.
Do you think it would make her happy if we invaded Korea? Oh, and by the way, Yukimura, why so serious? Let me show you a magic trick.
And once again, and not by design. It's just we're at the 27+ minute mark, so there's no point in continuing this dialogue that could go on for several minutes here, since it's the next plot step. But for like what feels like the 10th video in a row, our big cliffhanger is we're going to talk to Cha-Cha. What will happen when we talk to Cha-Cha? Probably nothing really interesting. But whatever it is, you'll see it next time. Bye-bye for now.